What's up everybody, Grant here from Spectre Racing. Just a quick vlog, we haven't made a video in a while. Been busy working on different projects around the house and it's been raining, been racing. It is now the summer break. It's usually about too hot to go racing, so I've got a bunch of things we're going to work on. So first update is I bought a vehicle. Well, I actually bought it like a month and a half ago. It popped up on Facebook across the street from where I work. It was a gem in my opinion. So it's a 1997 Ford Ranger, but it's 4x4, 4-liter V6, which is the old Mustang motor they put in the Mustang for years, which in the Mustang was terrible, but in the Ranger it was really good because it had a lot of torque. So 4x4, V6, 4-liter, manual. So it was the manual transmission from the Mazda, I think B2000 or whatever it was. So not only that, I picked it up for $1,400. So the engine and transmission run perfectly. It has like 169,000 miles on it. It does have a little exhaust leak, and it has a lift and some custom suspension. It's got a Jeep Cherokee front end, so it's got the Dana 35 swap or whatever. It does have a lot of issues, the exhaust leaks and stuff, and all the axles leaks. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix all that stuff. The most popular video on this channel is an off-roading video, and there's something unique I'd like to do with it. I'd like to make a, like a movie vehicle project. I have a unique idea that may or may not go through, but first, I gotta fix all the mechanical things. So next up is over the summer, going to be doing the motor build on the Mustang. So I know I've alluded to that a couple times. Well, it's actually happening. I have all the parts now except for the coolant and oil. That's all I got left to buy. I'm going to be dropping it off with the motor builder in about a week and a half. Now you can see I have some of the parts over here. So next to the attack dog right there. Yeah, that's you, Churchill. So we have, well, actually some of the parts there. The 373 gears, not going to be running the 410s anymore. It'd be way too ridiculous with an extra 150 wheel torque. So the target goal is 550 wheel torque when whatever horsepower. I don't really care about that. It's the torque. Horsepower sells cars, torque wins races. So Canton oil pan, supercharger camshafts so it doesn't overheat and idle like it does now. Molnar rods, Manley pistons. What else? Oh, the Canton oil pan. So it's a T-pan, so it's a road race pan, extra quart of oil. So now, if you don't know, the motor already has like a giant radiator and a giant heat exchanger. So having that extra bit of oil will help. And I'm going to buy an oil cooler after I do the break-in. What else? Oh, the Miser electric water pump. Now, the electric water pump will be pretty cool. You can run the water pump while the motor is off. So, if it's a hot day or whatever, you don't want to just let the motor run, you can turn it off, or you want to save gas for some reason. I don't know why I'd want to save gas, but you turn it off and you can let the coolant still flow. And I already have the ability to run the heat exchanger pump too with the motor off. So that'll be pretty cool. And not only that, the motor, at higher PMs, the water can cavitate with the mechanical pump. So, the obvious downsides are it's not as reliable. I went ahead and checked that I don't have any sensors in the radiator or anything. It's actually, Mustang doesn't even actually have a coolant sensor. It uses the head temperature sensor. So, and I have idiot lights in case the coolant starts ticking up. I can immediately, pull off to the side and let the motor cool down if it fails for some reason. The Miser was kind of expensive, and I know a lot of classic car guys that run them, so not really predicting any issues with that. So not only that, ARP head studs, all the works, stuff like that. Stock heads though, with the power goal I'm going for, I'm not really going to bother with port and polish or anything, or trick flow heads or whatever. I don't think I'll need it. I guess we'll see. Hopefully I won't. If I went, was going for a super high goal, power goal, maybe I would need it, but I'm keeping the stock crank. Just doesn't need to be upgraded for the power goal I'm going to. The stock crank is good for like 1,000 horsepower. So anything really above 550 wheel horsepower at autocross, which is generally what I do, just isn't going to be usable. So now the car will do, you know, a couple track days a year. So, you know, I want it to be reliable and want it to run cool. So getting into that, so after I drop off that, I'm going to be working on the Ranger. I'm going to be working on, one of our good friends passed away, and we inherited his Mark IV GTI. I don't really have any pictures of it right now, so hoping we can get working on that over the summer. We'd like to turn that into like a group track car for us. It's something completely different for us, and kind of make it, you know, possibly like a Star Wars tribute video. He was huge into Star Wars, so I think that would be fun. So not only that, so let me know if you guys have anything you'd like to see from us, any kind of projects or anything. Probably focus on some more DIY stuff, working on the Ranger. I haven't made a Torque Pro video on how to get that cool dashboard I've been using that I showed off in the first video. I'm also working on a 335/3018 downsides video, as in the Mondo tires I'm running now. I ran into a unique situation where the bigger tires weren't a benefit. Now, it wasn't just them being so wide I hit things, because obviously that has happened. You can see in this funny GIF right here. But it was a different situation with the ambient air temperature and the surface I was running into. So make sure to watch that video, and well, thanks for watching.